Well, people, I don't know about you, but thank God it's Friday. We made it through another week. It's January 31st, 2025. TGIF, people. TGIF. Well, it's been a long week. I don't know about you, but thank you for listening in for the Fans from the Stand podcast. The rundown for today is Lufkin girls took on Texas High on Tuesday night. The soccer results from Tuesday as well. And again, as always, the coaches talk with Brian Bays and our guest, BJ Thomas. And the boys basketball played Texas High in a thriller. Let's see what happened with that. In soccer action, Lufkin girls unfortunately fall to Tyler High Tuesday night, 2-1, and 1-0 was the score at half. Olivia Loyola continues her scoring streak, scoring one goal in the contest. JV fall in girls as well. In soccer, the Lady Panther of the week is Giselle Gonzalez. Congratulations for being picked the Panther of the week. In basketball, the girls, they needed a huge win over Texas High on Friday, or excuse me, Tuesday, and they got it 51-42. Uh, the stats look like this: Alicia Small with 11 points, 11 boards. That's a double double and a three steals. Trinity Maxson with 14 points, two rebounds. Aaliyah Maxey with 12 points, three rebounds, two steals, and Jaslyn O'Neal with 6 points, four rebounds, two steals. JV won as well, 33-25. Kayla Rogers had 13 points, five rebounds, three steals, and Ty Landry Lampkin, with 7 points. Uh, you know, the girls again, they needed a win, and they got what they needed. I thought they played really well. Watching the game from home, normally I would travel, but that's a long game. It's 3 hours. It's a Tuesday night, but they played I think personally the best game I've seen them play all year. They rebounded well. I thought they made some good shots, took some smart shots, and they dominated on the boards. Uh, they moved the ball really well on Tuesday night. I just thought it was a complete game. And what's exciting is they're playing their best basketball at the end of the season. With all the adversity, all the things that happened this year so far with the injuries, the rotation, it's awesome to see and give credit to the coaching staff, Coach Jones and Coach Lamb. Just awesome job this year. And personally, as a fan, what excites me is the future of Lufkin Lady Panther basketball. We've got a lot of talent coming back. Unfortunately, we do graduate some seniors, but a lot of talent coming back. I mean, again, Kayla Rogers on JV. If you didn't know, she again is a transfer, but just a lot to look forward to the next couple of years, and we're playing the best basketball at the end. Of course, we need some help. There's still an outside chance that Lufkin can make the playoffs, but like I said, I thought that was the best game we played all year. Personally, at least the one I've seen, they're playing the right way at the right time, so that's exciting. You know what else is exciting? Shake and Quake Stop. Shakes that will make you quake. Let's hear what's going on with Lufkin Panther basketball with the coaches talk. Well, I'm here with Coach Bays, our usual coaches talk. I have a guest, BJ Thomas. I appreciate y'all coming on the podcast and sharing your time and all y'all do for Lufkin Panther basketball. First thing I wanted to ask is, Coach, since last time we talked a little bit, we were looking the last two games. We were looking for 30 wins, and we got them. And talk a little bit about first Hallsville. We wasn't the best offensive output, but probably the best defensive output all year. I mean, you held a team to the lowest outcome, 30 points on the season. What was your overall thought from the Hallsville game? And
At this point of the season, we're just trying to stack wins, and a lot of times, uh, if offense doesn't show up, you want to lean on your defense, and that's kind of what happened the other night. We struggled from the floor, struggled shooting, but as long as I've been here, our defense has kept us in many, many games, and that's what it was. We just leaned on them, breathed on them, made it tough for them, and got out here with a win, which is what we came to do.
Right. Well, I'll say this. Like I said, it wasn't the prettiest, but they didn't make excuses. Nobody made excuses. Nobody pointed the finger. They just kept battling, and I've seen it all year. I know y'all have being a part of the team. This team finds a way to win. There's a I talked about in my previous podcast. There's a moment where the intensity just gets there, and it's momentum. It's exhilarating as a fan, and we just pushed through. And it looked like, to be honest, Hallsville was scared out of their mind the last few minutes. They didn't know what they got into, but yes, sir. And then talk a little bit about Texas High. I mean, we had a big moment where a sophomore really hadn't played too much. He had a big moment over there at Mount Pleasant, but Kevo Moore, legendary about that. So talk about that a little bit.
It was kind of the exact opposite of the Hallsville game. Our defense struggled early on. We gave up 21 points in the quarter, which is very, very rare for us. But we just uh, kept positive and trying to just do what we do. We had a guy that usually comes off the bench and stepped up for us, and everybody knows Kivo. He's not afraid of anything,
I could.
and when the ball's is in his hands, he thinks every shot's going in, and everybody's talking about the game winner, but he led us in scoring, and it was just awesome to see, and it goes back to what we've said all year long is how deep we are, and that's going to help us out in the long run.
Yes, sir. And I think that's the thing that Coach McManus said the other day is it doesn't matter who it is, somebody's going to step up. They're not afraid of the moment, and that's pretty exciting. I will say this: I thought this was pretty funny. I watched film after the game. The JV guys tried to run on the floor. You had to tell them to get off. That was pretty funny. But BJ, talk a little bit about personally, maybe about the ups and downs this season. I know we've had a lot more ups and downs. Just kind of from your perspective, what has this season meant to you?
It's meaning everything to me. This is our year to win state. I've been giving it my all. The team's been giving it their all, and some of the ups and downs I say with it's been consistency. If we're on one game on offense, we're probably back lacking on defense, or if we're on defense, we're probably lacking on offense, or if we're making shots, we're not getting rebounds. Just trying to stay consistent through all aspects of the game, and you know, be better.
Right.
Growth mindset.
Right. Well, I don't. I know Coach doesn't know this, but I talked to you over the football season right before the season start, and I said, "What was your expectation?" And you said state. That's it.
Hey,
And
that's the goal right there.
yes, sir. Uh, Continued that, man. Coach, talk about your relationship with your players, maybe kind of personally, and then what's your aspect? Do you kind of keep it more of a coaching? But
you
go
know,
ahead.
for me, the relationship is everything. It's one of the main reasons why I got into this occupation. I'm with these guys a lot of times more than I am with my family. We start, we really don't start and finish. We started first day of school and we're in off season. We hit the ground running. We've got fall leagues. We've got the regular season. We've got the postseason, and then we take a little break, and then we're into spring league, and then we go to summer league. And BJ can attest to this. We literally travel all over the state of Texas to play
For
basketball.
sure. For sure.
So I'm with my guys 6 days of the week, most of the year, and obviously with being around them so much, we create these relationships that are forever and ever. It's why I do this. It's why it's man, winning's fun. Winning district's fun. Winning 30 games is fun, but the relationships is something that nobody can ever take away from you.
Right. Anyways, BJ, tell us why you like basketball. What is it about basketball that you love so much?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't too good at football or track, so basketball was really my only option. But I've been playing basketball since I was a kid. I love basketball. It's taught me many life lessons, taught me many things about life, and the relationships that I've built over just playing basketball, the people I've met, has been very big for me, very important, and you know, winning's fun. So
For
yeah,
sure, for sure. And I'll say this, man, from the growth from last year to this year has been tremendous. I just see it. You're settling less. You're being way more of a leader, and you're taking better shots. That's not a shot at you, but it's really impressive. I mean, just the. I had a friend the other day. He watched last year. He said the same thing. Your jump may be the biggest one on the team. Just a huge, and that's a testament to you.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Coach, tell us a little bit about what's life outside of basketball. What does that look like? Is it more basketball? Is it do you do something different?
Man, I'm a sports junkie, so I'm always into the whatever season it's in. But I got two little girls. My oldest is a swimmer, so we're constantly following her around, watching her swim, and my youngest is a firecracker, and she keeps me on my toes. And then when I can, I like to play golf. I like to cook some food. Sometimes I'll cook some food for the guys. But other than that, it's just pretty laid back and just hanging out when I can.
Right. Well, that's pretty much my life as well. Sports and hanging out with my family. BJ, what is success? In terms of you, what does that look like? I mean, is it you're having success on and off the court? What does that look like to you? Everybody is different.
Yeah. Staying committed to the goal. Remembering that I walked into this season when we lost playoff second round last year. I want to win state. That was the goal. I never want to feel that feeling again. So sacrificing, kids my age, they're going now, they're doing this, but remembering that I got one goal and staying committed to that goal, sacrificing everything I need to attain that goal, and
Sure. Well,
definitely talking to my teammates still, making sure we're all connected in that sense, so we can all have success and one goal, one mind.
sure. Well, I heard a statement the other day that there was a kid. He said, "What does it take to win a state championship? It's be different." And part of that is sacrificing. I mean, it may not be going out, hanging out, and doing the things that you always, might be fun in a moment, but in order to win a state championship, it's got to be different,
Got to be.
for sure. Well, Coach, take it a little different direction. Mount Pleasant, we're right back where we wanted. We're undefeated, 30-2. Mount Pleasant is one of the best teams we faced all year. Um, we talked a little bit about it last time. They've only lost two games in 6 years. We gave them the third at home, and what is it going to take to win a district title, and what does that mean for you as a coach?
Well, they're really good. They're top 20 team in the state, and they won several district championships themselves in a row. It's going to be a tough task. We're going to have to play possession by possession. We can't look too far ahead. We just got to play our game. Um, we don't sit down every year and say our goal is to win a district championship. Our goal is to get better every day at practice, get better every game, learn from our mistakes, and then the winning should take care of itself. And so, I mean, it's awesome that we've won 30 games. It's awesome we're playing for a district championship, um, and we just, but we are really focused on that first possession tomorrow night. After that first possession, we're ready. We're ready for the second possession, and we've got good enough guys on this team that if we do that, then we'll be satisfied with ourselves after the game.
Sure. Uh, BJ, leadership. What does that mean to you? What is that when you think of leadership? What is that? What does leadership sound like to you?
Um, being vocal, being consistent. It's always been a vocal person, so it was natural. That leadership role was natural, but using my vocalness, I guess you can say, in a more effective way. Talking on defense, talking on offense, knowing all the plays. So if my teammates ask a question, I can answer them in an efficient way. Making sure all the guys are connected off the court. So we all have the same goal because it's easy to get off task. Just using my vocalness, my confidence in a more effective way to make sure everybody's on the same page.
It's funny you say that. Dalo pretty much says the same thing. Part of being a leader is being consistent. If you don't have consistency, how can they expect you to be a leader? And so that's definitely been an aspect I've seen this year for sure. So proud of you, man.
Chris, you say that Dalo said the same thing, which he did, and there's a reason why Dalen and BJ are our captains, and they have taken what we have coached them to do, and they're like coaches on the floor for us. And so BJ talks about making sure everyone's connected. When all five guys are connected on the floor, we're a much better team. And then we have to make sure those five guys that are not on the floor, they're connected as well. So when they get in the game, that they know what's going on and they know what the tendencies are and what they've been coached in practice. And BJ's answer just now just speaks that he is a leader, and that is leadership. And we wouldn't be 30-0 without BJ Dalen, our seniors. I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason why we've been successful. It's because we do have leaders on this team. And you can't. There's not a team out there. I don't care what sport it is. If you don't have leadership, if you don't have leaders and captains, you're not going to be successful.
For sure. Well, you say that, talk about leadership, especially the last few years. I mean, we, as a program, y'all won, had 30 wins 3 times in the last 4 years. So you got to have some leadership, some consistency from players and people bought in, and it's definitely showed this year. Coach, tell us a little about the team. Do we got a bunch of jokers, serious players, and a little bit of both?
And it's a little bit of both, but they're funny in their own way. Each individual kid has a way of making me laugh. Some are more louder than others. Bryson off the top of my head. But even somebody like Sanders, who doesn't talk a whole lot, but he'll do things that you kind of look and you're like, that's pretty funny. Um, and like I mentioned earlier, we've traveled all over the state and we're around each other a lot. Uh, and they are always, not always, but they get on each other's head and they laugh and stuff. But they know when it's time to get serious and get locked in and ready to go. And that goes back to the leadership and just what we do.
Right.
Expectation.
Expectations.
For
That's it.
sure, for sure. And last question, BJ, this season, what is your favorite thing that's happened? Maybe a moment, maybe off the court. It doesn't matter. What is your favorite thing that's happened so far?
So mine was pretty cliche. Mine was Hoop Fest versus Lake Travis. Sanders rises up over the crowd, dunks and all them. But I mean, we just played this last game, and so my answer is kind of I don't know. Kivo's game winning shot. We never had a game winner this year, so I had to say it's pretty much a tie at this point.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Heck yeah. Well, I'll say this, Coach. This is the last thing. It's funny. I told another guy as well. This what makes this team so special is we battle on Friday. We didn't have the best outcome. Initially we're down by 11, but we didn't make excuses. We came back. The entire Texas High, took the lead again, and then we get a little bit of lead right there at the end. Texas High makes a couple of shots, ties the game. Instead of just looking around, making excuses, or not and dazed and confused, you got guys ready to inbound, ready to play. They're ready, and they pushing the tempo. And Bryson Skinner drives the hole, and drives and brings the defense in and kicks it out to Kivo and makes a big shot. That what is it? Isn't that crazy? I mean, like, just
It's not crazy because we practice that a lot, and we on Monday we watched film. We showed the guys that moment. We celebrated Kivo, great shot and everything, and but we went back and we were like, what drill and practice do we do that we can work on that? And everybody knows the drill, and we do it just about every day. And we don't just get out and practice just to say we practice. There's a rhyme and reason why we do everything, and that was proof right there that the practice and the hours that these kids have put in, they didn't have to think about it. It was just a natural
sure.
reaction, and it paid off.
For sure.
Kivo works on those shots every day.
I
I don't
can-
know. I don't think you don't know what I'm talking about. He will shoot the ball and then fall. Like he works on those type of shots. So the fact that he made it is not that crazy. It's just, exciting moment.
You expect it.
Yeah.
That understand that. Well, appreciate both of y'all coming on the coaches show tonight, and look forward to the rest of the season. Hopefully, a long playoff run, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Sir.
Yes, sir.